In this lesson video, we will continue modeling our robot. Now, we will focus on modeling the thigh part of the robot. This is what we have so far. Let's hide the arm and the hand first, so they don't get in the way. Then unhide the sphere object that we have duplicated before. When we model the lower torso object, we will use this object as the origin reference. Select this edge. Now we want to split this edge, so go to the edge menu, then choose edge split here. Now go to face mode, press L here, then delete it. Next, to add thickness to this object, we can add a solidify modifier. But before that, let's fix the edge sharpness. Select this edge loop, then mark sharp. Go to the object mode, right-click, and shade smooth. Then turn on the auto smooth and change the angle to 50 degrees. Then, let's add the solidify modifier. By default, the solidify modifier will add the thickness inward. To make it goes outward, we need to use a negative value. So type minus 2 cm, then enter. Okay, I think this is good enough. Let's apply the modifier now. For the thigh object base, we will use a cube. But before that, let's move the 3D cursor to the join location. Next, create a cube object. Then, we need to rotate the cube so it aligns with the reference. Unhide the side reference. Rotate this cube. I think we need a longer box to easily align it to the reference. So, go to the edit mode. Select this face at the bottom. Activate the move tool. Now, because we rotate the object in the object mode, and we are now in the local mode, we have the z-axis still perfectly oriented or aligned to the mesh. Move the face long enough so we can use it to align the object to the reference. Notice if we have this in global mode, there is no axis that we can use. After we have something like this, we can go back to object mode and try to rotate it again. I think we just need several small degrees left. Let's try negative 60.8. Okay, just memorize this number as we will use it again later. Let's try moving the face again until the end of the thigh in the reference. Yeah, I think we have the object's rotation value just about right. Select this upper face and move it like so. Then this face. And finally this face. Next, we want to create this truncated area. Select this edge. This edge here. Bevel it. Select this edge here. And move this along the local z-axis. Next, select these two edges, then Ctrl B, and just add about 3 to 4 segments on a bevel area. Then select these two edges at the top. Ctrl B again and make it like so. Next, we want to make it wider on the x-axis. Let's turn off the side reference and turn on the front reference. Select this side face and just drag this along the x-axis. Later, we will add more thickness using extrude and inset here. For the left face, we want to expose the bullet joint. So let's drag this to about this location. Hide the front reference. Now, we want to focus on modeling only on the right side and have the left side follows. We can add a mirror modifier for this, but we need to move the origin to the center of the object first. This is the function of this sphere here. With this, we can always align the origin back to this location. So, to center the origin, go back to the object mode. Object menu, set origin, origin to geometry. Now that we have the origin at the center, we can add a mirror modifier. Make sure the bisect option is active. Go back to edit mode. Select this face. Extrude this just a little. Then inset. Move this to the right. I think we need more. Inset it again. And move this again. We want to create a curved surface at the side of the thigh. Next, we want to continue this vertex here by creating edges to that direction. So Ctrl R and create an edge loop up here. Slide it to this location. Select this vertex and then this one also. Then hit J to connect them. To reduce the end-gone effect on this side, let's select this vertex and this one, then press J. And we need to do this also on this side and so on. I'll speed up the video for now. Now, let's apply the mirror modifier. Next, we want to create the bottom hole to expose the knee joint. Select this edge. Hold Ctrl and then select this edge. Press Ctrl 3 to select the faces. Press X and choose faces. Next, we need to create the hole also for the upper part. For this, let's go to the right view. Go to wireframe mode. Press K and then Z and just cut it to this point here. Spacebar to confirm. Okay, now we want to split apart this edge to add some detail, exposing the inner part of the thigh just a tiny bit. So select this edge loop here, bevel it. We only need one segment for this bevel. Make it very small. Then left click to confirm. Then, while we have the faces selected, delete them. Next, we can start creating the hole for the top part. Press K and hold Ctrl so it snaps to the center of the edge. Click here, then hover to this area. Hold Ctrl also and then click. Then spacebar to confirm the cut. So now we have something like this. Let's do this also on the other side. Press K, Ctrl click, then Ctrl click again here, then spacebar. Next, hold Shift, Alt, and click on this edge. Then split these edges. Now we can select these faces separately from the main model. Just delete them. Okay, next, let's define the sharp edges. Select this edge loop. Then this edge loop, mark them as sharp. Go back to the object mode, set it to smooth, and turn on the auto smooth option, and set this angle value to 50 degrees as usual. So now we have something like this. Let's add some thickness to the model using the solidify modifier. I think I want to go with 3 cm for now. Next, we want to create a hinge joint for the knee. For this, we need to move the 3D cursor to this location. To make it exactly at the center of the thigh base model, we can select this vertex here and then this vertex on the other side. Because we have these two vertices selected, the median point will be exactly at the center of them. So this way, when we press Shift S and choose cursor to selected, we can see now the 3D cursor is at that location. Make sure we are in the object mode and then create a new cylinder. Change the number of vertices to 16. Rotate it 90 degrees on the y-axis. Apply the rotation. Scale it on the x-axis, but still give a bit of room for later extrusion. Apply the scale now. Go to the edit mode, add 2 loop cuts here. Go to edge mode and select the 2 loop cuts. Then bevel them. Make sure it has 2 segments each. Select the center edge loops. Press Alt S to shrink them. Mark these as sharp. Also these edges. For the left part, we will use a mirror modifier later. Extrude this face and scale it down. Inset it and inset it again the second time. Move this face inward. Get back to the object mode, shade smooth, and turn on the auto smooth option. Set it to 50 degrees. Add a mirror modifier, turn on bisect, and then apply it. Next, we want to create the inner part of the thigh. For this, I think it is better to straighten the thigh first. Oh, sorry, almost forget. We haven't aligned the knee joint to the side reference. So go to the side view, unhide the side reference, and just move this joint to this location here. Next, we need to join this to this. Make sure we don't have any modifiers active when joining them. So apply the solidify modifier. Select the knee hinge object, hold shift, and then select the main thigh object, Ctrl J to join them. Next, we need to move the origin back to the bullet joint location. Because right now, if you rotate it, it will do like this. There are actually several ways to use this object as the pivot point. We'll just use the same technique we've done before. Select this bullet joint, Shift S, and select cursor to selected. After that, we can select this object again and set its origin to align to the 3D cursor location. Press Alt R to reset the rotation. We can see it is now straight vertically. Shift A and create a cube. Go to the edit mode and move this to the center of the main thigh object. Select the bottom vertices and move them down. Select all and scale it up on the x-axis. Then scale it up also on the y-axis. I think these top vertices need to be a bit higher. Go to Object Mode and Shift select the bullet joint object. Press forward slash on the numpad to go to the local view. This will isolate the view so we only see these 2 objects and hide the rest. Select this inner thigh object and add 2 loop cuts. Select this face here and then extrude it. Let's select these 2 faces also and scale it on the y-axis so that the bullet joint is covered. Select these 2 edges and bevel them. Just like so. I think we need to scale this even more so it covers the bullet joint. Let's mark these edge loops as sharp. Next, select this bottom face and extrude it down. Press forward slash again to go back to the global view. For the bottom part, we want it to look like it is connected to the center hinge. We can scale this face down. And let's move this face a little bit to the right. Select this edge and move it forward. Select these edges and then move them up. I think we are done with the inner part. Let's fix the smoothing now. One last touch. I think it will be better if we drag this face up a little. Okay, we can now join this object to the main tie object. Just double check if we have any modifiers active that we need to apply first. Look safe. Select the inner part, hold Shift, and then the main part, Ctrl J. Then, let's join this object to the bullet join object. Again, before we do that, just check whether it has a modifier active. Then join them. For now, it actually doesn't matter which one is the active object as they both have the same origin location. Ctrl J to join. And let's tilt this tie object again by rotating it on the x-axis for negative 60.8 degrees. Next, let's add a mirror modifier so we have the left tie. For the mirror object, let's pick the upper torso. We now have two symmetrical ties for the robot. So we are done modeling now. Let's see what we have so far with the arm and the hand, just to check whether we still need to tweak things around. I think I'm happy with the result so far. Let's rename the object to tie. And we are done. In the next video, we'll continue with modeling the calf object.